The Dyson Sphere's construction continues. Graphene was the culprit with our research shortage from a few episodes ago, and now we're back on Gacrex Prime, essentially doing an impromptu deep dive on the ins and outs of photon combiner production. Yeah, that's actually happening. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series, where we need to get some more circuit boards building. And thankfully, we are able to do that pretty easily here. So, how, you ask? Well, let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and just build a new belt right here, like so. This is going to be glorious. And then we'll stop it right about here. We're going to put a piler down there. It's already powered. And then we're just going to have that feed into there. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you seeing it? If not, you're about to. It's going to be great. All right, so tell you what, let's go ahead. We can skip the sorters. Now the question is, can I connect you to there? No, I can't. That's incredibly rude, and I'm disappointed in you. All right. Interesting. Okay, well, it's not quite what I planned, but it will work. Hang on. That's gonna bother me. That's gonna bother me. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, so that one's functioning, and now we just need to have the final sorter output stuff right there. And now we can copy paste this a whole bunch of times. Now that is going to produce something of an additional draw on my iron as it comes in here. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. But that should almost completely solve any shortage issue that I had, if indeed there was a shortage at all, which there may not have been. All right, so one of the reasons I'm not even going to touch up the iron production, we still have, look at this, we have plane smelters sitting full of iron that are just waiting to empty their contents, so I actually don't need to increase my output. Output's already in good shape. I'm producing so much of this stuff. It's insane. And look at this, by the way. Look at the amount of iron still available to me and the amount of copper. This is absurd. It's not even at full gathering speed. Still got 3 million left here and 4 million left there. I love late game Dyson Sphere Program. It's so fun. All right, we're 3/4 of the way through our research speed project. And let's take a look at this and make sure that we are in a better place now. Because we looked at this toward the end of the last episode, and I want to look at this again. Yeah, so we're in a huge surplus now. You can really see it surging starting right here. So that worked out. Photon combiners are not in surplus over the last 10 minutes, but over the last 1 minute, yes they are. So photon combiners are also in good shape. And so that means this is actually filling up now, believe it or not. Yep. It's actually filling pretty quickly, which is good to see. Because this is emptying out still at record pace. The sheer speed at which these are being flown is so satisfying to watch. So we have 2 of these Dyson swarms now, instead of just 1. They're fulfilling the same purpose. And if you missed the last episode, it was just an experiment to see if we could increase this number here. But it's a hard limit based in the Dyson shell, not in the Dyson swarm. So adding another Dyson swarm doesn't change anything. Now, one thing that people might have said in the comments for the last episode, I'm anticipating you right now, is, well, what if you used a different point of entry? I would say that's probably not it, because you can see both entry points being pulled from here equally. And I feel like if it was due to the fact that I was using the same point of entry, then you wouldn't have seen other sails immediately pulled from the other one. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. That's making an assumption or two. But I don't think it's due to the fact that it's using the same point of entry. I just don't. Alright, so we have some panels finishing up now. Yeah, this one's completely done. This one's very nearly done. You can see it sitting at 23,864. It needs to be at 24,500 in order to finish. So you can see how, like, slowly this is filling. This is one of the, like, the downsides of this process, is that, well, it's not really a downside so much, but just, like, these central latitudes have taken so long to fill in, because they represent such a huge chunk of the surface area. And I did queue up all of these to build at once. So it's gonna be another little while before this thing starts to fill in at a more accelerated rate. And it requires those panels to kind of finish up. So let's continue to do some maintenance and see how things are looking here. It also might be worth, in a few moments, like kind of paying a visit to the outlying resource worlds that produce various, like, rare resources. I did that probably 20, 30 episodes ago. Probably time to do it again, I would wager. I've got a bunch of these in my inventory. I need to find a place to offload them. Okay. Yep, this will work. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to take products. I meant to fill. There we go. I was hitting the wrong hotkey. There we go. I was about to say, why are they producing again? That shouldn't be a thing. That should not be a thing. So where would they have put their output? Yeah, it's all over here. Alright, so I didn't mean to pick anything up. So where are the rockets? Yeah, there we go. Let's put them there. And we're fine. Three-quarters of the way done on our research project. Research speed project, to be precise. Ooh, this is interesting. This particular... That's fascinating. This particular line doesn't have a lot of sails. I wonder if there's a way that we can deal with that. Or if we just need to let it fill up. It seems like... Hang on. Any excess would go down this way, so we're waiting on this one to fill up. And it might honestly be fine. It might just... The sails might need to make their way all the way around. In each... I mean, we have several of these rows now, so... The question is, are we still producing more? Yeah, we're still consuming them more than we're producing them, which is hilarious to me. That wasn't the case... Hang on, let's see if we can see the moment at which we built it. Yeah. This was the point at which we built the most recent gun. So there was an increase... Oh, no, hang on, that's photon combiners. Solar sails. Here we go. That looks more reasonable. This is where we built the gun. So this is... We've kind of hit a ceiling in solar sail production for a while. I really doubt there's anything more I need to do here, though. Because even if we're slightly over-firing them relative to how much we're producing them, look at how many are in orbit. That's a lot in orbit. And you can tell how many are available in total as well. We're fine in the grand scheme of things. So one indication, by the way, of the fact that we're fine Let's see if we can actually see this. Okay, we can't see it just yet. We're down to the last 100 cells here. And then anything going to help fill this in will start distributing to the other ones. And the more that happens, the more the rest of the process will speed up. So it's going to be very slow going for a bit. But while we are waiting for paint to dry, which is what that feels like, right? Let's go ahead and visit our resource worlds, our various planets where other things are being produced. First and foremost, let's check on the health of our outlying ice world here. Visit Gacrex 5, because it has been a hot second since we visited this world, and we depend on this world for a lot. So let's go see how things are looking. All right, so the fire ice vein is in good shape there. Yeah, graphene is completely full here. Yeah, so, and notice there's still plenty of room for hydrogen here. So that's actually interesting to me that it's so full. So it's coming from where? This is the hydrogen being fed in there. Yeah, this one is completely and utterly full. Then we have this one, which is the one actually doing the importing. Yeah, this is a remote supply. This one is also a remote supply. So yeah, they're both, they just have copious amounts of this stuff available. They're just sitting on it. All right, so it makes me want to reconnect this, you know? Just so that we can have some resources moving a little bit. Hang on. There we go. Need to do that. Because you clearly have too much of this stuff. It's been a while since I disconnected that. But now we might benefit from actually running that. Yeah, so you can tell, yeah, when it's functioning, when the ring starts moving, we're in really good shape. Although there's a pretty good argument that I probably need to do more in the way of piling for reasons that we've seen in other planets. So let's go ahead and do that here. Might need to do even more. Oh no, we might be okay. It's starting to actually show space in the lines, which is what I wanted. Yeah, but then it gets rough again right around here. So let's create some more space. Learned so much about pilers in particular over the course of this series, both on my own and with the help of the community, so I appreciate y'all. My understanding of them was very limited. I think the pilers are probably one of the best examples I can give. Like, if you want a concrete example of what I've talked about, like, of being able to, you know, parse a lot of the basic maths and a lot of the equations of, like, what's going on. Like, the actual logistics, just thinking in terms of, you know, how many resources of a given type are on a belt. Wait, hang on. Why are we short on that resource? We shouldn't be short on fire ice. We shouldn't be short on fire ice at all. Is it just not making it all the way around, or it might not be making it all the way around? That's interesting. Yeah, it's not. So what I'm going to need to do, if I really want to be effective about this, I'm going to go old school here. But yeah, the piler is, I think, a really good example of something that my brain could not work with very effectively at the start of this. All right, so here's the thing. Let me do what I usually do here. And let's build up. Well, let's do this properly. Hang on. Because it's going to bug me otherwise. It's going to bug me. I'm sorry. I want this to merge normatively. So we're going to lift you up, bring you in here. There we go. Now all of those will start producing again. And then hopefully what will start to happen is this will start to back up a little bit. As various portions of this apparatus back up, what we should see is some of these resources start to make it all the way back around, hopefully. I mean, it's already kind of happening, even as I speak. Because one of the things here is that this is connected to the original line. Yeah. So these are going all the way back around as well. Oh, but you know what? I don't have those painted. So let's make sure we fix that. Yeah, definitely need to make sure we fix that. And we can have it positioned like so. I mean, again, the painter can go either direction. I'm not terribly worried about it. All right, so now everything passing here should be painted. All right, now we'll have less of a situation where some of this isn't running. Not that it was necessary. I don't think it was necessary at all, to be honest. But graphene is such a critical resource for so many reasons. And we've got this kimberlite as well. That's functioning perfectly normatively. In fact, are these really... Yeah. These are old school smelters, so... I have so much more... I have so many more unipolar magnets on not the black hole planet, but the neutron star system. I can get so many more going. So many more of these specifically if I were to go grab some, which I might do. But for now, let's stay focused on nearby planets. That is my focus for the time being. Okay, so next... We're going to go one system at a time here. We look at production. Excuse you, I did not want to click that. Thank you. All right, Zeta RA. We have organic crystal being produced there. Looks like we also have some kimberlite ore maybe being exported. But, you know, that is already being taken care of on Gacrex. That's not really an issue. All right, so Zeta RA probably is the next one to visit. We also have sulfuric acid being produced there, but of course, sulfuric acid in the current version of the game is kind of an infinite resource, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Let's head back to our good friend Zeta RA. And what we can do while we're here is we can also just make sure that the production of processors is super healthy. because we spent God knows how many episodes on that earlier in the series, and it hasn't been an issue for a long time, but that doesn't mean that it can't become an issue again. It won't necessarily become an issue again, I think, in the span of this series, honestly. But it's still good to kind of treat it as though this is an ongoing save and think, okay, what's something that might become an issue if we don't attend to it? And that's harder in some categories than others. There have been some things that I've kind of said, I'm not going to worry about that because we're not going to continue beyond a certain point. But when it comes to things like electromagnetic turbines, processors, like really looking at how these kind of complex chains take shape over time. All right, so we've got the kimberlite here. Hang on, what else do we have, if anything? Did we really build an entire setup here? Just, okay, no, there's also... Oh, interesting, there was fire ice, and there was silicon mining happening here. So I might need to go ahead and set that up elsewhere again. And tell you what, we can go ahead and keep this one going. We can keep this going. It's fine. That's allowed. There we go. But this one can be deleted. We still have more silicon coming in here, but do we have additional silicon on this planet? No, that's the last of the silicon. Okay, that's fascinating. What else are we exporting here? Might as well visit Zeta Array one planet at a time, to be honest. Might as well. Yeah, I think we're good here. Yeah, we were importing energetic graphite here. Why was that? Was that... Did I intend to burn it at some point? Because I clearly never did. I might benefit from setting that up real quick. Just getting rid of some of it by burning. And there we go. I wonder if there was an instance in the past where I was actually burning that down. I tend to doubt it, but it's possible. Okay, so this is at Zeta Array 3. Let us now visit. There's Zeta Array 2 and 1 in the distance. Is there not also Zeta Array 4? Let's follow the orbital plane here. Yes, there is Zeta Array 4. I knew it. And I think we had that set up for something, so let's go take a look. We're going to start with the outer worlds, then make our way in. Oh yeah. Fractal silicon, it seems. A wide ring of fractal silicon. And standard silicon. Do we have more here? Haha, yes we do. Not a lot, but a little. So we can delete that. Delete that, delete that. Now where is... First of all, let's do a couple things. Let's... Where are you? Here you are. Oh yeah, I can just hit this button. Boom. And now, let's find the very last silicon vein, because it's only going to be one. There it is. Down we go. Fractal silicon's fine. It's not even showing that it's low in terms of its overall count. Oh. Okay, I see what I did. I already had a advanced mining machine set up here, but there's only one little vein left. And then that's it. So we just need to reconfigure that. And we can set you to 300%. And we'll be good. There are already transports coming to get it. There they are. Well, sorry. Transport singular. One transport. Alright, so now Zeta RA2. This system, I believe Zeta RA was the very first system that we visited in the series. It's been very good to us in the grand scheme. We've gotten a lot from this planet. Alright, so also producing silicon here, and it looks like organic crystal, but organic crystal is in good shape. So let's go ahead, first of all, yep, let's hit that button there. And are we completely done here, or is it just... Yeah, same thing. Needs to be replaced. I didn't mean to delete that fully, but okay. That's cool, game. That's cool. Thanks for that. Let's go ahead and place that there. Delete. Okay. There's that. Delete. Alright, that one was actually completely used up. But there's a lot more silicon on this planet. That's the difference. There's actually a considerable amount more. So let's set you up there. We're going to put you to 300% speed because you've got the power to sustain it. And yeah, we'll just use one of these. There we go. And transports should be going ham right about now. Hello? Oh wait, are you full? No. You're not full. Oh yeah, that's right. Local demand. Did I set that up on Zeta RA? I might not have set that up properly on the other planet either. Okay. Yeah, I might need to do that. Well, I know that the planet that I just left was working properly. So I know that. Okay, so now the question becomes... Yeah, let's come over here. I'm going to go ahead and place another one of these. 19 silicon veins. Very nice. Place that, and we'll place that, and be done with it. And with that, yep, plenty more of those coming in, and now we'll have lots of excess silicon available here. All right. Power-wise, how are we doing here? Totally fine. Next stop, Zeta RA1, and lots of processors. This planet, for a time in the series, was the bane of my existence. It truly was. Why do I have this one steel producer here? Oh, probably because I needed steel at some point. Okay, so we clearly have enough copper. What's going on here? Are we just... No way. Are you serious? That cannot be. I refuse to believe that. We're completely full? High five, Legion. Holy crap. Are you... Look at this. Okay, so these aren't producing anymore. So there is more that I can do. But I think the reason they're not producing... Hang on. What's going on here? Yeah, okay, so we do have a shortage. It is completely full, though, which also blows my mind. So let's see if we can figure out the shortage problem. A couple of things we can do here. Let's rebuild that guy. Now, as I recall, I was actually bringing iron onto this planet in the past. Yeah, we have iron coming in. I think it's being imported here. No, it's not. Where's that iron coming from? Right there. Yeah, right there. Remote demand. All right, so it's being imported. And then going where? That's right, it's going to the poles. So it's the original production apparatus that was out. So one thing I can do here, actually, now that I'm looking at it, if I really want to make sure that everything stays in tip-top shape, and I should have done this originally, but I can definitely do this now. Yeah, this is already painted, so it's just a matter of, let's go ahead and split it right here. Okay, this is kind of ugly. There we go. And now we will rebuild that if the game lets me, which I don't think it's going to because it's a jerk. There we go. And we're going to come back down. There we go. All right, and now what we can do is we can take this iron. Hang on, where's the main feed? Is it here? Yeah, it's here. This is also not being painted on its way in, I don't think. No, it's not. Which is going to bother me to no end. So we'll fix that as well real quick. So, yeah, this needs to come over here. I can delete all of that. Alright, and now one last thing. This is going to be even easier, I think. Yeah, we've already got this splitter here, so I can just bring it this way. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and raise that. Put it right there. And golden. And there we go. Now all of that is painted. And we have the entire production apparatus for processors functioning. Not that it was a problem, but the entire thing is running again on Zeta RA. How are we doing power-wise? Yeah. If we look at Zeta RA, 1 is fine, 2 is fine, 3 is fine, 4 is fine. 1 is the planet we'd be the most worried about, and it's completely okay. So we're about 34 minutes into the episode. Almost done with our research speed project, so it's going to be interesting to see how quickly the next few fly by. Not that they're small research projects, they are not. But let's take off into space for a moment here. I'm going to slow down a little as we watch that transport leave Zeta RA1. And let's take another look at Gacrux and see how we're doing. Several panels very close to completion, about 100, 150, 110, 120 away. So, yeah, that one's a little bit farther. But we're currently sitting at, if we look at the shell layer, we're closing in at 1.5, actually we are almost exactly 1.5 million away from finishing this. So again, at the rate that I was doing things, I don't think I mentioned this before the last episode, but I did the math, and we're within the last, based on how quickly it progressed over the course of a single episode, like I actually counted per second and per minute, we're looking at about another, we're probably under 10 episodes now remaining. The only thing that could change that is if this number changed here, if 21600 dropped because, for example, like if each of these nodes can only pull, you know, so many spheres. I mean, one thing I could experiment with, yeah, see, this is a conflict with shells. So if I try to place a new node, that, like, the game's not having it. Plus, I think that would require me to launch rockets anyway, and I'm not going to do that. But the question is, you know, once some of these panels that are so close to being done actually finish up, like this one, for example, this has about 409 more to go, and then it'll be done. When that finishes, will we still be pulling 21,600 sails through space at a time to finish the rest of the sphere, or will that number drop? That's the question. And I mean, there might be some answers in the comments, but I will probably not see them before I record the next episode. So we'll have to kind of see how that pans out. But more or less, we're looking at about 10 episodes left, and we're in pure maintenance phase. It's fantastic at this point because we are definitely double checking on planets as we've done this episode and as we'll continue to do over the next few. But overall, I think we're in good shape. And like the apparatus that we've built has taken a lot of trial and error. It's been quite a journey and a longer journey than I expected, but it's really come together now so that virtually everything is functioning with the exception of the odd graphene shortage on Alpha Andromeda 2. And the biggest shocker was the one that we just got, which is that processors are completely okay, which, like, I'm going to need to just sit and enjoy that after the episode finishes recording. I'm just going to sit here and bask in it for a minute now that I've actually witnessed that with my own eyes, because it was fantastic to see that just not a problem at all. Look at the glow of the sun of Zeta Ra on freaking Invictus. It's amazing. Such a good looking game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.